Hello again, everybody. This is Derek from ScreamEagleAirsoft.com, and I'm coming to you today with a rant. There's a few things that I want to talk about that I'm just basically getting off my chest. I'm venting. This is just my personal opinion, my personal observations, feedback from my team and things like that. Maybe it's bothering some of you guys, maybe it's not, or maybe you're not noticing this, that's possible, or maybe I'm just exaggerating, or maybe I am just being a dick and I'm taking it personally or something. If that's the case, then I'm sorry, I apologize. Our team really loves Airsoft. We've been playing down at Bad Karma and Bad Karma Airsoft, the field, Mike and all those guys. They're doing a great job. They run great games. The field is beautiful. They've done a lot of work on it, and they do a great job officiating and refereeing, and they run some really good games. First of all, I want to say the field, Bad Karma field, is awesome. 99.9% great, okay? There's only a couple of things that personally, if I owned the place, I would do differently, but I don't, and so I don't really have any place to say anything about that. Okay, let's talk about what happens at Bad Karma. And this basically is it's like a symptom, it's not intentional, it just happens based on the rules. The rules perpetuate this certain thing happening, and I want to kind of go into that, and that's really the only thing that bothers me. Bad Karma splits its games into two teams. It has the black team, which are guys that wear black shirts, okay? They have black sleeves, and the rule is from the elbow down is black, or something like that. If the elbow down is black, then you're considered on the black team, but if you've got a black t-shirt on, let's say, and you're wearing like green long johns underneath, if the green extends out here, then you're now on the green team. The black team, they wear black shirts. Okay, that's how you identify someone's on the black team. He's got a black shirt on. And then they have the other team. They call them the green team, when in fact they're the other team. They're the other guys. If you know what I mean, they're the other guy. The core team at Bad Karma is on the black team. Okay, that's fine. They have to be on one team or the other. They're on the black team. What happens is a lot of people come out to play the game. Boom. What do they bring? Well, they're supposed to bring a black and a green shirt. What actually happens is you don't. A lot of people will bring the shirt that they plan to play in, like their multicam, like our team. We wear multicam. We're all dressed up in multicam. We're ready to go. Now, who else shows up in green? Well, there's 99% of your kids, and I do mean maybe 15 and below, are showing up with what's available. What do they have? What's cool looking, so they'll have their ACUs on, or they'll have some multicam, or they'll have Vietnam style uniforms, or they might even have a uniform from a foreign country. They might, if they really think that Fleck Tarn is cool or whatever, they'll wear that. Now, what happens there? Well, that forces them to be on the green team. So you have a bunch of guys on the black team. 9 out of 10 of them are experienced players, veterans, great, they know what they're doing, players. And then you have the green team, which has a few guys like Force Z that know what they're doing. And then you have the majority of the guys out there are new to Airsoft, or they can't afford any special gear, or they want to be on the green team, or whatever. And you have a lot of kids on the green team. Don't get me wrong, I love kids, okay? I just wish there was kids on both teams. Yes, the black team has some kids. There are some kids out there that get their black shirts and they go out there and they play on the black team. That's true. But the percentages show about 9 to 1, okay? So you're looking at 90% of them are on the green team. What happens there? Well, sometimes that means people will move to the black team to be able to balance the forces. Who moves? Not those kids. Those kids stay on the green team because that's all they've got. The only ones that move are the guys that brought both shirts. Let's say 4C switches over to the black team. We've done it once. Let's say we move over to the black team. Now we're just perpetuating the problem. We're bringing all the experience from the green team onto the black team. The black team is full of guys that know how to play. They're good at it. they win a lot, and that's fine. That's awesome for them that they're winning. The green team loses the last 3 or 4 months. It's really been bad. When you're talking about 100 people per side, 5 to 10 people difference does not make a big difference. It's the old adage, quantity versus quality. Maybe if we had a 2-to-1 odds, green to black, are they physically smarter? I mean, are they mentally better? Do they know better? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. I mean, there are a lot of guys on the green team that know what they're doing. There's some skill on the green team. There is some really good skill on the green team. But now I'm going into the next half of this. Majority of the black team, being the fact that they are more mature players, they understand the need going past stock equipment. The green team, a lot of the people on the green team will buy a gun off the shelf, and that's what they'll play with. They get out there, they have fun. They're the 99% of them. The only reason why they're out there is to have a really good time. Their buddies are out there. They're having fun. The black team, that's not their mentality. The black team's mentality is we're going to take our equipment and we're going to spike it to the point where it's right at the field limit. So they're going to be shooting right at 425 using 25s. They're going to outrange that green player by about 100 feet. That green player, even if he's a good green player, if he didn't upgrade his equipment, he's running around and he's shooting at the black team that might be in a bad position, but he can't do anything about it because he can't hit him. This does not apply to everyone. I'm just saying majorities. The black team tends to outgun, either with skill or the equipment, the green team. And this last week, it was insane. Teams, BBs, flying past us while our guys are shooting and they're not hitting anywhere near them. They're like dropping way short. First of all, Bad Karma Field is an open area. Yes, it's wooded and there are open areas, but the way the games are set up, you're pretty much channeled into open areas where it gives the advantage to a team that can shoot further ranges. Main reason why 4C is on the green team. Yes, we could easily just throw on our black shirts and fall into place with the black team and start winning all the time. That's not our goal. Our goal is to balance the play field. Okay, there's a ton of green players, but they don't have the gear or the experience that the black team has, and that's why we're on the green team. We're on the green team to help them out, bring their quality of play up. I don't know how to fix it. I do not know how to fix this. A green-black team is great. If you opened up the... Okay, this is another thing that bothers me. Okay, and another thing. The way the field works is you got your sleeves colored, right? Okay. They usually have some kind of gear on that covers the majority of their chest or their body, front and back, and it's usually camouflage colored. I mean, just usually. ACU, green camouflage, or whatever. And that's how they carry all their magazines and their gear and extra batteries and BBs or whatever they're carrying. Okay, and I do the same. That's totally cool. Well, when you have a team color, let's say black, okay, and you're wearing a camouflage gear, it makes it a little confusing on whether or not you're green or if you're black. And it's hard to see whether or not you're green or black until you get up close. Same thing with the green team. If you had a green shirt on but you're wearing a black vest, I mean, the black team are going to get you confused with their team, you know, and not trying to cheat, but it does make it confusing. Like I said, they'll have a green t-shirt that covers the top of, or green or black t-shirt that covers their shoulder, and then they'll have the alternate color down here. So now you've got a two-tone sleeve. You've got this color and this color. So now you're trying to confuse me even more. I mean, show a little foresight. If you're going to play on the black team, don't be a douchebag. I mean, have black gear. You know, how hard is it? Get some black gear. Or get in it. If you don't have black gear, that's cool. Like you started off with multicam or something, and you said, "Man, I want to be on the black team," and you switched to black. Cool. Wear black long sleeve shirts. Make it like obvious that you're on the black team. Don't try to hide the fact that you're on the black team. That's what you're doing. You're hiding the fact that you're the biggest douchebag move out there, you know. not wearing your colors. I mean, if you're in a ghillie suit, you're pretty much stuck on the green team, because I cannot see someone in the black team wearing a ghillie suit. I mean, is it all black? Do you have a black ghillie suit? So basically, that limits the black team to not being able to have ghillie suits. I mean, that penalizes the black team, because, you know, I'm sure some of those guys over there want to have a ghillie suit. But if they throw a ghillie suit on, now how, you know, it's impossible for me to tell you're on the black team. Unless you have like a short sleeve ghillie suit and then you just wear this black thing here. And if you do that, then that's kind of a dick move too. So now, do I have the solution? The only solution I can say is forcing people to wear their colors. They have to wear their colors if they're going to play. They can't have mixed colors. You know, if you're going to be on the black team, have black stuff on. If you're going to be on the green team, or the other guys, then have other stuff on. Don't have mixed stuff. Don't go out there with a black shirt and have multicam, you know, vest on. I understand the rules allow it. They don't make it easy on the field to identify who the friend or foe is. Now, if you're trying to make it hard, that's one thing. You know, if you're trying to make, you know, get a lot of friendly fire going on, that's okay too. Like this last game, it's nobody's fault. It's my fault, really. I'm cruising. Yes, it's somebody's fault. It's my fault. When we're cruising through the field, there's this guy coming down the hill, and he's got a brown shirt on. Okay, brown is on the green team. That is obvious. But it's not brown like brown. It was more like brown like extremely dark brown. And I shot him because I thought it was on the black team. And then when you get up close, you're like, oh wow, that's brown. Yeah, I'm on the brown team. I'm green team because I'm wearing brown. No, if use a little foresight. If you look at your clothes and you say, that looks black, then you're on the black team. Go get something that's definitely on the green team. You know, get a green shirt. I mean, how hard is it? You know. Last thing, and I do want to say that I really do appreciate the field and the game, the hosting, the refereeing, and all that. I really do. But I know that there are some bad apples out there. This last Saturday, the 19th, actually it was on the 19th, the level of douchebaggery was so high that it was like I wanted to go butt stroke somebody. I mean, I was losing my cool, and I'm like the most laid back dude ever. But there's a game footage video that I just started calling people cheaters, and I never do that because. But when you can see someone obviously, I mean, it was so blatant that it was just upsetting me. Now, is it that one guy running around and doing all these things? Possibly, but I doubt it. I think it happened like increase the level of douchebaggery. Let me tell you what happened, so you're not out there like, well, what happened? Okay, but there's one time we're in an ambush position. That's on. Tony, easy, he's over there, he shoots a guy, bam. The guy calls hit. Okay, that's everything straight up, right? We're good, we're straight. He called hit. Then he goes and just stands there, doesn't move, doesn't pull a flag out, doesn't walk off towards the respawn point, doesn't lay down on the ground flapping around like, oh, I'm dead, I'm calling for a medic, nothing. He just stood there. Now, he couldn't see us because we were in this ultimate sniping position. I mean, he didn't know where it came from, but he did call hit, and he stood there looking around. Okay, now, that's fine too. That's like, he's looking for our position, he wants to know where he got shot from, and maybe he wanted to compliment us. We didn't interpret it that way. We interpreted it as he was standing there scouting for his team. He was standing there looking for our position. Okay, so we just laid in wait. We were very quiet. We sat there probably another full minute, maybe a whole minute, and he just stood there looking around, didn't pull his flag out, nothing happened. So what did Tony do? He shot him again. And he got hit. And guess what he did? He said, I'm still hit, you know. And then what are we saying? Well, pull the flag out and go to the respawn point. You know, that's what we're like, what are you doing there? You're standing there shielding your buddies that are all standing behind you, and you're the only one that can die, but you're like a dead body in front of them. You're a zombie or whatever. Later on through the game, Dave and I were sneaking up on these four guys on a road, right? They can't be more than 25 yards away from the guy. He unloads, hits a guy. And the guy, his buddies go dash into the woods. And that's acceptable behavior. That's what I would do. But the guy on the street, he goes, oh, I'm not hit. And then he runs into the woods. And we're like, really? It was obvious. The BBs were bouncing off of him. I mean, we could see him. And he didn't call hit. He goes running off into the woods. That's being a dick. Dave wanted me Dave comes up to me and he goes, should I run over there and butt stroke him and see if he'll call it? And I was like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. He was kidding. But still, let me jump to the end. This is the one that really, 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 really put me over the edge. You know how the one team has to set up by the Cedar Point, and they have to be far, they have to be behind Cedar Point. Our team was on the left side, ready to rush up to the monstrosity. Okay. The black team has to start way the hell across the field at the deer stand. The deer stand is way the hell out there. So it's set up that way fairly so that they could take that 3-story building with ease, and we could take the monstrosity pretty much with ease. So the horn blows. I don't know what he does. He blows the horn. We start running. We're hauling balls to the wall. We make it about halfway. Halfway. That's only like 20 yards max. We make it to halfway to our side of the monstrosity, and there's already black guys already at the other end of the monstrosity shooting down the little alleyway, killing us. My team's like, there's no way they could be there. How the hell did they get there? I say, there's no humanly possible way for a guy to be at the other end of the monstrosity before we even get to our end of the monstrosity. I mean, we should be able to occupy the whole monstrosity. We should be able to take the whole thing before anybody gets there. You do that. There is only one way he could possibly have done that, and that would have been to start in the town. Chucky, he's brand new, never played before. This is like his first airsoft. He comes to me and he goes, hey Derek, was the black team allowed to start at the objective? Because as soon as they blew the horn, there was guys standing there. Oh man, my eyes were like, what? It's really just a plea. For anybody out there that's on the black team that plays on the black team, and you're watching this, and you're a respectable player, like 99% of the black team are cool. I really like the black team. I mean, they're experienced, they're good players. But when you have a few guys on your team that are just being douchebags, it really makes the whole team seem like you're douchebags. And I know that's not the case. So if you know, or if you've experienced or you've seen what's going on, I'd appreciate it if you'd go up to whoever these assholes are and you would say, hey dude, man, stop cheating. You're making us look bad. Say that. Okay, I'm sorry that I had to vent, and I probably went over like a half hour or something on this video. I'm going to cut a bunch of it out, so... Okay, well, thanks for checking out this video and watch it, and remember guys, whenever you're on the airsoft field, play safe.